The No Fade channel, checking in. On today's episode of Dad's Home Gym, I am reviewing Fireteam Fit's nylon weightlifting belts and their fitgrip liquid chalk. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button. On this series, I review a piece of gym equipment or gym accessory on every episode to help you decide if it is right for your home gym or something that you should be adding in to your normal training routine. So a little while back, I hurt my back, pun intended, and I've been recovering ever since. Fireteam Fit saw some of my videos. They said, listen, we want you to review our weightlifting belt. And I said, of course, send it over. I'll review it. They also kicked in their fitgrip liquid chalk. So I did get these for free, full disclosure. So I have used this for the better part of almost 3 weeks. This Fireteam Fit nylon and Velcro weightlifting belt is slightly different than our normal expectation of those old school leather weightlifting belts. As you can see, it's not made out of leather. It's made out of tough nylon, and it is fastened with Velcro, as you can probably hear. How does it work? Very typical of your standard weightlifting belt. You throw it around your waist. You put this strap through the first belt, run it through, and then you cinch it tight like so. What's nice about this Fireteam Fit weightlifting belt, which is slightly different again from the leather weightlifting belts, is this little U-dip over the top and over the bottom. Let's talk about the pros and cons, the meat and potatoes of this belt. One of the pros, one of the really nice things is the back protection. This thing has some superior back protection. When this thing is on and locked in, you really feel like your back is not able to even move, almost like a cast. One of the nice things that separates itself from a traditional leather belt is this little loop at the top and this loop at the bottom, and that adds for additional support at the top and the lower part of your back. And I think that definitely separates itself from the leather belts that I have used. Also, it's got these little ridges here. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. These little ridges add additional support, and that was probably the big standout on this belt, is once you've got it on, the back support is really, really strong. So let's talk about some of the cons with regards to this belt. Usually with regards to these nylon belts, there is a break-in process, very similar to a leather belt. I used this for 3 weeks, and frankly, it has not broken in much. You can kind of see that there's almost no curve here at the edges. It still hasn't broken in very much. Still very difficult to get cinched up and feel comfortable putting it on and using. And part of that is the extra support. So it's, there is a yin and yang. You can't get a lot of extra back support without having a much more rigid belt. And as you can see, after 3 weeks of me trying to get this thing to break in, it still hasn't broken in yet, so definitely expect a long break-in period. Traditionally, in terms of cost, if you go to fireteamfit.com, I think these are sold on Amazon. I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the description. You can get this for $35, and I believe there's some coupons out there. If I can find a coupon, I'll put it right somewhere up here to bring this down. So this is considered a budget weightlifting belt compared to some of the other nylon belts in terms of cost. I will say what typically goes with these belts is the Velcro and the stitching. And I've had this for only 3 weeks, and you can see that this Velcro is already starting to kind of tack up on the sides. And you can see it's already starting to deteriorate. Now, I'm probably still going to be able to get two years out of this thing, but I don't expect to take this into year 3. I definitely expect to see this thing just completely tear apart with additional and significant use. So that's definitely a side effect. Full disclosure, don't wash these in the washing machine. You don't want to wash any of these nylon belts in the washing machine. It will ruin the stitching and the Velcro. You want to hand wash them as much as you can and let them air dry. As far as sizing, this is a medium, and I am a 32-inch waist. It fits me very, very well. So the sizing chart that they put up on their website is true to form. Overall, I just can't recommend this belt. I did like the back support, but again, with the yin and the yang, one of the bad things with regards to this back support, these extra little bumps here, is that if you bench or if you do any exercises on your back, you're going to notice this back support. These bumps are going to actually make you feel like you're raised up off the bench. It is a little bit uncomfortable, and it is not a good form with respect to where you want to put your body in alignment to kind of push off that bench. So that was one of the downsides of actually having that extra support, these extra bumps. Hopefully you can see these extra bumps here. As far as the coloring scheme, this thing comes in like 10 different coloring schemes. I will put them all up here. I got the stars and bars, okay? So I got the USA flag on here, and I will tell you, if you go onto their website, it looks a lot better on their website than it does in person, but that's typically most of the stuff that you see online on Amazon.com. The marketing photos are going to make it look so much better. So the color scheme was a bit of a disappointment, but it is nice that they do have a lot of different color options than your traditional black. So that's a bonus there. Overall, I can't recommend this to you as something that you can get and use long term. It is a budget one, so you do have a little bit of a trade-off. If you're looking for something to kind of hold you over for a year or two, this will get the job done at a lower price point than your typical nylon Velcro lifting straps. But you got to figure out what you want. Do you want to buy something that's going to last you a long time, or do you want to spend less money and just have something to use, have on hand, and not be committed financially to a bigger purchase that's going to be $50 or $60? So let's go over their fitgrip liquid chalk. This is a product I really loved. I didn't think I was going to like it at all. I haven't lifted with chalk in so long because I'm usually lift at a traditional gym that doesn't allow you any type of chalk. So when I got this liquid chalk, I thought, hey, why don't I try it out here at the home gym? And I absolutely loved it. So this size retails for $11, and that's actually not a bad price because you're not going to use very much. So how does this work? This is something you can use at your home gym, but you can also use it at the local gym where chalk is not allowed because it is not chalk. You put a little bit of a dab. I want you to think of like half a size of a dime. Really small dab goes a long way. You put a dab in your hand, and now your hands are chalked up, and it's not going to leave chalk everywhere around the gym. I will say that if you do use a bar, you are going to have a little bit of moisture left on the bar, a little bit of residue left on the bar that if you were at a local gym, you would have to clean up. But in terms of actually making a chalky mess, this doesn't do it. This is nice that it stays just on your hands. It's not oily, it's not greasy. It gives you some great grip on your hands, and that's a really low cost. You can buy more, larger quantities and bigger cans of this stuff to bring the price point down. But for $11, I think this is worth it because, again, something like this, you're only going to use this maybe twice in a workout, and you only need half a dime size. This stuff does last. Once you put it on once, it's going to last you multiple lifts, and it's very convenient. I did not think I was going to like this at all, but it's definitely nice and definitely made me miss the old chalk I used to use, but it brings that feeling of using chalk without the messiness, without the chalk dust in the air and having chalk dust all over your clothes and all over your equipment. Hopefully you found this review informative. If you have any questions regarding Fireteam Fit nylon weightlifting belt or their fitgrip chalk, drop it in the comments below and I will get them answered as quick as I can. I will put up any discount codes I can find right up here. Use those codes, use my affiliate links. It helps out the channel. It lets them know that I sent you. And if you came this far in the video, do me a favor, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.